Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga. Today I'm starting standing, using the chair for stability. Today's practice is about learning from your practice, and so we'll do some progressions as we practice. There are 3 areas we'll focus on: balance, moving freely, and strength. So join me for this practice of learning. Standing in your mountain pose, you can have a hand on the chair or try placing both hands at your side. Notice the weight in your feet, taking your gaze straight ahead. And once again, learn from this position right here. Do you feel weight in both feet, or are you leaning one way or the other? Can you put weight in both feet, and can you hold it there? Are you holding still, or do you find yourself fidgeting? Just knowing that about yourself. I notice a lot of times in these videos when I look at them, my fingers wiggle. I don't even know what's happening. But that's how I learn from my practice. So now I'm going to start out by just tapping one foot forward and back. Again, you could have one hand on the chair or both hands on the hips for this. And I'm not putting any weight in it. It just comes forward and back. I'll turn sideways a little bit so you can see my heels up, the ball of the foot touches the floor. And now we'll take it out to the side. Same thing, touch the ball of the foot, bring it back in. Not leaning, finding my balance here, noticing anything that's in my body that affects this balance. So I'm noticing the standing leg. I notice that if I drop my shoulders behind my back, tighten my belly, I have a little bit more balance. And then tap it back. Keeping the toes on the floor. Now, if you found that you were holding on to the chair or that you really felt wiggly, unstable, stay with that in practice until you develop the ability to hover the toes. So we're going to take that first foot back out front, and then we're going to lift the ribs and lift the foot and lower the foot. Keep the ribs lifting, keep the gaze right ahead. Just a little off the floor, doesn't have to be far. And bring it back and in. Let's take it out to the side. Start with your toe on the floor. Tighten through the core, lift and lower. Now notice here, is there any change from when you were lifting it forward? Maybe in the hips, maybe in the thighs. One more. And then we'll bring it into center and take it back. Toe on the floor, leg nice and straight. We just lift it back and down. Now for me, I notice I lean a little forward as I do this. So I counter that by tightening the core to give me that balance and bring it back to center. One more progression here. So as I said, you could do what we did in the beginning, just touching the toe. You can do the second set, which was touching and lifting, touching and lifting. This time we're going to lift the knee and down. So the foot comes forward. Again, we could be on the ball of the foot and we lift and we lower. Think about lifting the knee and down. And let's take it out to the side. And now we're going to lift the leg and just hold. Flex the foot, see if that changes anything. Point the toes, flex the toes, point the toes, and then bring it in. Step it back, hover the foot, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. One more, and then bring it down. Stand in mountain and see if you notice anything different about one side of your body or the other. And then we'll turn the foot out and come into our tree pose. Bring the toes close to the opposite ankle. Hands can begin in front of your heart here. And again, we want to tighten through the core, lift through the spine. Perhaps bring the arms up, perhaps bring the foot off the floor. One more breath here. Exhale it down. Walk it out. So we're going to do that all on the other side. So again, you can have a hand on the chair or on your hips, and we're just going to tap the foot forward. Other foot now, other side. And notice any differences. Learn from your practice today. Core tight, shoulders down. Let's tap it to the side. Maybe one more. Keep the body tall, not leaning back. One more. And pause. Now we bring it forward and we lift. Just lift a little off the floor and down. Oh, I'm noticing this side for me is a little different, a little harder to stand in this leg that's planted on the earth here. Working it. One more. And maybe we take it to the side. So if that's true for you too, just place a hand on the chair. Keep that lifting going. Keep the ribs lifting. Core tight. One more. And then we'll take it back. So toe on the floor to begin with. And then keep your gaze straight ahead. It helps. Lift and lower. It doesn't have to lift high. Keep the legs straight. One more. And pause. Take a breath. And now we'll bring that same foot forward and we're going to lift the knee. Remember, you can use the chair. One more. And then bring it in. Let's take it out to the side. This is a harder one. We're going to hold the foot up. And we're going to point and flex. Point and flex. Put it down anytime you need to. And then bring it in. And let's take it back. Hold it up. And pause. Lift through the heart. Breathe. And then place it down. And now we'll come into tree on this side. So we turn the knee out, bring the toes close to the opposite angle, and holding it there or bringing it onto the shin, hands in front of your heart. Tighten through your core and hold your tree pose. One more breath. On the exhale, release your tree and walk it out. So what did you learn about your balance here in these poses? Make note of it, work on it, practice it, come on back to the video anytime you need to. So now we're going to come back into the chair and we're going to find ease of movement. So hands on your hips, let's start with the ankles. Since we use the legs, let's just circle the toe around and then circle in the other direction. Just notice how that feels. Does it feel good to release now? Does it feel good to just be in the chair now? But sitting tall, not leaning back, maybe point and flex. Notice if your ankle is stiff, and then holding the toes neutral, rock them side to side. Notice how that feels, and then place that foot down. Let's do it on the other one. Bring the other foot up, circle, and then circle in the other direction. Notice if your ankle moves freely, or is there tightness there? Is it difficult to make circles, point and flex? Any tightness there is in the front of the ankle or the back of the ankle. I also notice my calf muscle working here. And then we'll hold it up, breathe into it, and then bring it down. Well done, well done. Rock side to side here in your hips. Notice the shift of weight, learning from our practice here, our center of movement. Come center, roll the shoulders down, lift one foot, kick it forward, bring it in and down. Notice the knee. If there's pain and it's sharp and it clicks, don't do this pose. Check with your doctor. Check out what's going on in your knee. But if it's just stiffness, let's work through it. Other leg. And the stiffness can feel a little tight or painful, but as you work through it, it goes away. So if you find that's what's happening, great. If it's not, once again, check with your doctor. And then we'll leave it down. Then we're going to draw one knee in. Just hold it there for a minute. Bring your chest closer to the thigh. Notice how your lower back feels. And then let that go down. Other side. Again, lifting heart towards knee. And bring that down. Now we're going to turn to one side of our chair. And we're going to lean the other knee down. So you want to be close to the edge of the chair. Follow the foot for that outside leg, the whole foot on the side leg here. We're going to take our arm, we're going to reach forward and then pull the elbow back and twist. So here again, notice your hips, notice your ribs. And of course, notice your shoulder because you are moving through the shoulder. It doesn't matter how far you reach or how far you twist. What matters today is, are you learning a little bit about your body? So if you do this nice and slow, is that better for you? Or is it better to keep it moving? And as you do more of these, do you loosen up in the shoulder and in the ribs? Let's come center here and circle that arm up and over. Notice your shoulder here. One more time, and then we'll take it in the other direction. So turn your palm away from the body and then take it back as if you're swimming. Swimming's a great exercise. One more time. And then bring it down. Turn towards the back of your chair for a deeper twist now in the other direction. Just hold there and keep lifting through the ribs. Exhale and twist a little more. And then we'll slowly release that. We'll come around to the other side now. So we'll step one foot out. The other knee goes down towards the floor. We've already worked the legs here. So we're focusing on the ribs and the upper body. And then we move freely forward and turn. Draw the elbow behind you. Reach. And notice your range of motion. Does it get greater as you move? Is it better to slowly do this? Or a little faster? Not too fast, of course, because this is yoga. Does it help to look over your shoulder to twist? Notice all these little things that go on when we practice. Let's circle the arm. One more time. And then we'll turn the palm away from the body and take it back. Just notice here anything that's going on in your shoulder. Do you bend the elbow? Do you bend the elbow a lot or a little? It's all good. Bring it down. Let's take hold of the back of the chair. Sit taller and twist. Breathe into those ribs. Lift through the ribs and back, making the body long and strong. And then we'll release and we'll come around to the front. Plant your feet on the earth and let's work the neck and the head. We'll start by just tilting one ear towards the shoulder, stretching into the other side. Bring it back up to center. Take it over to the other side. And then bring it back to center. Now we're going to look over one shoulder. Bring it back to center and look over the other shoulder. And just notice, do you have ease here? Can you move through your neck without any pain? Once again, if you do feel pain, check with your doctor. Stop the exercise. Check with your doctor to make sure that it's safe for you to do these movements. We always want to be very careful with our joints, and most importantly, the spine here, the upper spine. And then we'll bring it center and we'll tilt. Now, are you tilting a little further? Did you gain any range of motion? Let's come up and go over to the other side. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. It doesn't matter. What we're doing is learning from our practice today. And then come up nice and tall. Next up, strength. So we want to work our strength. So once again, we're going to turn one way in the chair, and we're going to lift out of the chair and lower ourselves back down. Now notice the first one, I left my hands right on the thigh. I'm not really pressing a lot into the thigh. Just notice the strength in your legs here. Perhaps you want to use the arms, coming into a lunge, standing lunge here. Now, can you hold it up, hovering over the chair? If not, lower yourself down. Just notice the strength here. What needs to be strong to hold you here? Certainly the legs, but also maybe the pelvic muscles, the stomach, the ribs lifting, and then we lower ourselves back and down. And then we'll turn towards the front. Once again, sit tall. Just take a couple breaths. Maybe, work some cat-cows here. And we'll go in the other direction now, working our strength, starting with our legs here. We just look straight ahead and we just lift ourselves up and lower ourselves down. Notice your knees. And again, if you have a great deal of pain, check with your doctor. Use your arms. Maybe on the next one, hold it up. Build your strength. Yes. And lower yourself down. And then step around to the front of the chair. Take a nice deep breath here. We're going to work some strength in the hips. So we're going to sit all the way back in our chairs and then rock to one side, move one hip forward and the other. This is our hip walk. How flexible, how strong are your hips? And if you notice here that this is difficult for you, then perhaps you work on it. You just move a little, rocking side to side, until you start to be able to do this without pain. And then once you're all the way back in the chair, take a nice big inhale. Exhale the hands out to the side. Now we're holding the arms out there, so that's upper body strength. So bend at the elbows and bring the elbows to touch and open, strengthening in the chest and in the back. And then when they come out to the side again, let's stretch them out. Palms down. Rotate the palms up and down. And then up, bring the fingertips to our shoulders and circle the elbows. Here, finding some motion to release from the hold of the arms. And then we'll take them out again, and this time we'll circle the whole arm, building that shoulder strength. Circle them in the opposite direction. Maybe make the circles bigger. They don't have to be the same size I'm doing or anybody else. Just where can you go? Where can you have the strength to hold the arms long and then bring them down and just shake them out. Release that tension. Come forward in my chair a little bit so that my feet are strong on the floor. Take a nice deep breath here. Sigh it out. One more exercise for the whole body, and that's sit and stand, which is so important for our strength, our balance, and our ability to move. So we want to do it. And so we press the feet into the floor, and I like to lean a little forward. Some people like to press into their thighs. I like to have my hands here so that I can rise up, squeeze the glutes, and then lower down. This is the hard part. Make sure your chair is right there and lower back down. So hopefully your chair is not moving on you. If you find it is, place it up against the wall so it can't move, so that you have that firm surface to lower yourself down into. Up, pull in through the core. Keep the core engaged as you lower back down. Now, if you found having the feet forward caused any kind of pain, or you weren't very balanced, step one foot out to the side, just slightly, maybe 3 to 8 inches, right? And then do the same, coming up and down, and see if that doesn't relieve some of the pain in your knees. That's often the case. Then we'll step that in, we'll try it on the other side. You might find this more stable, more balanced. Remember, today we're learning about our bodies. Where is our greatest strength in sit and stand? Is it having the leg out, or is it having the knee, both knees forward? Is it pressing into the thighs, or is it freeing the arms up and out? Just notice what's happening in your body. And in every one of my videos and any practice that you choose to do, make sure that you're paying attention and learning from your practice. So let's sit tall in our chairs here, feet on the earth. Take a nice big inhale and sigh it out. Oh, that was a lot of work today. Balance, strength, and movement. One more nice breath, sigh it out. Close your eyes for a moment. Rest your hands on your thighs, feet on the earth, and then we bring the hands together and we rub the palms, hover them over our eyes. One more breath, and then we sigh it out. Open the eyes, bring the hands to your heart, and bow to your body for its fabulous, fabulous work today. I hope you were able to learn about your body, and every day notice how you move. Namaste.